Intermittent fasting, it's one of the most talked about health trends in recent years. Some say it's the ultimate weight loss hack, a metabolism booster, and even a way to live longer. However, others warn that it can lead to nutritional imbalances, extreme hunger, and even cardiovascular risks. So, what's the truth? Before we dive in, a quick note. This video is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Please consult your physician or a registered dietitian before starting any new diet plan. Today, we're diving into the pros and cons of intermittent fasting. Let's get started with weight management. This is one of the biggest reasons people try intermittent fasting. By limiting the hours in which you eat, you naturally reduce calorie intake, which can lead to fat loss. But it's not just about eating less, it's about what happens inside your body. During fasting periods, insulin levels drop, and the body shifts to burning stored fat for energy. This process, called ketosis, is why many people see success with intermittent fasting. Some research even suggests that fasting boosts metabolism by increasing levels of norepinephrine, a fat-burning hormone. So, if done right, it can be an effective strategy for shedding extra pounds. But here's the catch: fasting doesn't automatically mean weight loss. If you overeat during your eating window, especially on processed or high-calorie foods, you could undo all your progress. Some people experience intense hunger after fasting, leading them to binge on unhealthy foods. Plus, if fasting triggers cravings for sugary or high-carb meals, it might do more harm than good. Essentially, intermittent fasting is only as effective as the choices you make when you do eat. Metabolic health. Studies suggest that fasting improves insulin sensitivity, meaning the body can regulate blood sugar levels more efficiently. This is particularly beneficial for people at risk of type 2 diabetes. With better blood sugar control, there's a lower likelihood of insulin resistance, which is a key factor in metabolic disorders. Over time, intermittent fasting can help reduce inflammation and lower the risk of chronic diseases. But for some individuals, fasting can have the opposite effect. If you have diabetes or take medications that lower blood sugar, extended fasting periods can lead to dangerous dips in glucose levels, causing dizziness, fatigue, or even fainting. Hypoglycemia, or low blood sugar, can be life-threatening in some cases. That's why intermittent fasting isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one person may pose serious risks for another. Cardiovascular health. Some research suggests that fasting can lower cholesterol and blood pressure, reducing the risk of heart disease. It may also help decrease inflammation, a major contributor to cardiovascular problems. By improving metabolic markers like triglycerides and blood sugar, fasting could play a role in protecting the heart in the long run. But a shocking new study has raised concerns about whether fasting could actually increase cardiovascular risk. Research published in early 2024 found that an 8-hour eating window was linked to a 91% higher risk of cardiovascular death. The reason? Some scientists speculate that drastic changes in eating patterns may stress the heart and blood vessels, leading to long-term negative effects. While more research is needed, this is an important factor to consider before diving into an intermittent fasting routine. Cognitive function. When fasting, the body produces ketones, which act as an alternative energy source for the brain. Some studies suggest that fasting reduces oxidative stress, supports neuron repair, and may even lower the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. In animal studies, fasting has been linked to improved learning and memory. Many people report that fasting helps them feel mentally sharp, focused, and energized. But while fasting may have long-term cognitive benefits, the short-term effects can be less than ideal. Many beginners experience brain fog, irritability, and difficulty concentrating, especially when they first start. This happens because the body is adjusting to using fat for energy instead of glucose. If you need to stay mentally sharp for work or school, fasting could make things more difficult, at least until your body adapts. And for some people, these effects never fully go away. Suitability for different populations. One of the biggest draws of intermittent fasting is its flexibility. There are different approaches, from the popular 16-8 method, fasting for 16 hours, eating within 8, to the more extreme 5-2 method, where you eat normally for 5 days and restrict calories for 2 days. This means people can choose a plan that fits their lifestyle. Some find that intermittent fasting makes it easier to maintain a healthy diet because they don't have to focus on constant meal planning. For many, it's an effective and sustainable way to eat. But here's the reality: intermittent fasting isn't for everyone. Pregnant or breastfeeding women, individuals with a history of eating disorders, and those with certain medical conditions should avoid fasting due to potential health risks. Fasting can also trigger disordered eating patterns, such as binge eating or an unhealthy obsession with food restriction. Additionally, some people experience nutrient deficiencies if they're not careful about what they eat in their feeding window. Fasting should never come at the expense of proper nutrition. So, is intermittent fasting a game changer or a risky health fad? The truth lies somewhere in between. It offers real benefits like weight loss, improved metabolism, and potential brain health perks, but it also carries risks, including potential cardiovascular concerns, overeating tendencies, and suitability issues for certain groups. Before starting intermittent fasting, it's crucial to listen to your body and consult a healthcare professional, because what works for one person might not be the best choice for another. If you'd like to explore the research behind these points, we've added all references in the video description, so be sure to check them out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay healthy.